What I do have to say is it took a little bit of time, but it was definitely worth it because as being a musician, you are funding your whole career independently by yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So we know how hard it is to get funds and to get that money to keep us into the studio. And money is definitely needed when you are an independent artist. You need artwork, you need venues, you need to network. And number one, you need to get into those doors where you can network with the right people. And yep, goes right back to funding. So, monetization, the mission, this is Raf the Ruler. They told us social media was just for scrolling, just for watching other people win. Nah, it's definitely not. It's a tool, and if you're not using it, you're leaving money and impact on the table. When I look at platforms like Facebook, I don't see entertainment. I see opportunity. Monetization ain't about chasing clout, it's about building leverage. It's about turning your story into an asset. And if there's one thing I learned about being Raf the Ruler, it is if you survived it, you can monetize it. A lot of people think you need to be famous first. They think you need millions of followers. They think you need a viral moment. No. You need consistency, you need courage, and you need to treat your content like it's a business. First thing you need to do is turn on professional mode. Build your page, post with intention. Every reel is a seed. Every live video is a stage. Every story is currency. From what I've learned and what I've heard watching Facebook and people and content creators all over the world is you need to find your niche. Your niche is where it's at. The niche is what you do. If you're an artist and you just write music, it could be live writing music, that could be a niche. It could be anything from celebrity gossip, or it could even be a faceless page. It doesn't matter what it is as long as it's on that same niche what you do, because the algorithm feeds off of that. Facebook gives you tools, stars, and stream ads, subscription, but tools don't build empires, people do. You show up 3 times a week, you tell the truth, you stop overthinking, you build a community, not just followers, but monetization. It isn't about ads running in your videos, it's about value running through your voice. If you're an artist, post the studio sessions, post the grind, post the nights nobody claps. If you're a parent, post the lessons, post the growth, post the wins and the rebuilding. Just like Serena May. You can see on her page, she posts about her kids, she posts about her life, and people love that. People don't pay for perfection. They invest in authenticity. I learned something powerful. The same platform that distracted you can finance you. The same phone you use to scroll can fund your dreams, but only if you stop consuming and start creating.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can get caught up in the whole Facebook routine, scrolling and everything. Yeah, it's funny after a time. You find your content creators, you follow them, you do what you gotta do, but at the same time, you gotta create. Monetization isn't about getting rich quick. It's about ownership of your narrative, ownership of your audience, ownership of your income stream. That's how you break cycles. That's how you build legacy. That's how you turn pain into profit without selling your soul. Yeah. Which is crazy, because everybody out here is trying to sell their soul, and I don't know why.
Pictures.
Yep. I make a lot of money off of pictures on Facebook and a lot of the descriptions that I write on it. So don't just ask, how do I go viral? Ask, how do I go valuable? Yeah. Because when you go valuable, the monetization follows. This is Raf the Ruler, and I don't chase platforms. I use them. The code is simple. Create, be real, be consistent, monetize is the mission. Awesome. Within the last year, I've grown an incredible fan base. I have 63K followers on my Facebook page. I also have 12K followers on my main page, and it's growing. Recently, I was going through things where I had to turn off my Facebook, and I got back on. And this is how I know what I'm talking about. because I went from having 1 million reach per month consecutively, month after month. And I turned it off and went to 0. I came back on, and if you come over here, I'm on a mission for another million reach. I'm already at 335, 108.
Wow. Yay.
Facebook has paid me in 1 month over $3,000.
That's crazy.
And I can tell you right now, that's a fact.
Wow.
Facebook pays. They can pay up to $51,000 if you do the right content, if you stay on the algorithm, if you find your niche. It could be anything. It could be being a parent. It could be being an artist. It could be being funny. And that's the one thing that people try to do every day. They're like, how can I go viral? How can I do this? How can I get the views? But those are the same people that are coming up with ideas and they're not doing them. Because people come up with ideas every single day. For instance, last year I talked to my wife about an idea I had. All right? We never capitalized off of it. But next thing you know, this year, somebody's capitalizing off of it. Which, then I was like, see, I told you I could have did it. Don't wait for somebody else's approval.
Yeah.
When you wait for somebody else's approval, then somebody out there, there's more than 1 million people. There's a billion, there's 1 trillion people in this world. You can't be the only one with the same idea.
Yeah.
I mean, people are making ideas all the time. Mm-hmm. And they're capitalizing them off of them. I mean, anybody could have made anything. People make things every day. They come up with new things that are creative every single day. And the only way to be the first one to get that funds and the profit off of that is the one to actually capitalize it and go for it.
Yeah.
It's not by sitting there and thinking of the idea and then writing online about it. Because when you write online and tell people your ideas, people are gonna take them. People are gonna steal them. They're gonna say, that's a great idea. I gotta go do what I gotta do to get that first. Because if I get it first, I'm gonna make tons of money. And that's how it works. I do want to get some questions asked to me. I don't want I don't want, but I don't know what you guys need as far as help with monetization. So I do want to go around the room and see where everybody is at. One of the hardest things to do is turning your Facebook into a platform so you can be monetized. Not a lot of people know how to do that. They hear people talking about it, they see stuff going down Facebook feeds, and they never no, people say they're gonna teach you. People say they get pay for this class, pay for that. I'm doing this for free right now.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, hopefully people, follow me after this. And I get some followers here. There's not a lot of people here, but that's okay. I'm not here for the followers. I'm here, like I said, to build the content to give you guys the news that everybody wants to be paid for. All right. Because me being genuine is gonna show you what type of person I am. Is gonna serve you better. All right. Earlier today, I was in church, and a lady was talking, and she said, if God gives you, God came and gave that person 3 gifts, gave that person 2 gifts, and that person 1. All right. We're talking talents as gifts. Yeah. All right. God didn't give you a talent to just sit on it and use it by yourself. Okay. If you give the person that has the 5 gifts goes to the person with 2 and says, here's 2 other talents that you could utilize for this, all right, then he's going to go and do the same thing. It's like the, what is that? Pay it forward. It's like the domino effect. Yep. Everybody starts learning. At the end of the day, everybody's going to say, hey, that guy Raph taught me this. And you know what I mean? This guy is the one. So first thing I want you to do, if you do want to be monetized, you got to turn your page into a professional mode. Second is find your niche. And once you find your niche, you want to look at your analytics. All right. You get 28 days to build it. You get 7 days out the week to follow, like, to see what's going on. And then you get today to see how you did today. Recently, in the last week, I heard about somebody that's like massively big in content creation. And he posts like over 100 things a freaking week, okay? But his income is insane. You know, he got his niche down, he's got his algorithm, and he learns off of that. And if anybody knows analytics, they show you a graph. They show you, okay, on February 22nd, he went over 40K total views. All right. Now, you go and you hit that, and you go down, you scroll, and you see which one of those things went. And as you can see, I don't know if anybody knows, but some guy in Montreal, he built a car out of snow, and the cops put a ticket on it. I don't know if you guys seen that post. A lot of people probably seen that, and they were like, oh, that's hilarious. I mean, Rhode Island got 33, what is it?
38 inches.
38 inches of snow? Oh my goodness. I mean, the content creators out there must be going wild. I mean, shoot, I seen some stuff that went crazy. That post alone, that Montreal, I posted that. I ChatGPT the description I made, because ChatGPT is an AI, but I mean, they correct your spelling. You tell it what you want, and you can have it fix it. You don't want to go. What you don't want to do is find yourself copying people's descriptions and posting, because that can get you banned. But if you write it totally different and give you a funny twist to it, or even, you know, a lot of I go to church, so I tend to use a lot of the Bible scriptures in my post too. This one, it hit 77,059 views.
Wow.
So, you know, you find what's going viral. On this, they also give you, on Facebook, they give you what's trending, you know, which is great, because it helps you, what it does is help you
Like
find out what's
content.
trending, and then you get to remake the content, and you already know it's going to go viral.
Nice.
Just make sure you put the hashtags in it. I mean, everybody knows what hashtags is. And if you don't, then you can come see me after. I'll show you what a hashtag is. But what I love about Facebook also is that it gives you a goal for the week. All right? Which you get the reply to senders, make your own caption clearer. It tells you what you're lacking in. And I tend to use all of that.
Where is that?
That is in your progress. Your weekly progress.
You've got your page in professional mode.
Yep. You have to look for the professional mode. If you need help, I can show you after I get down, because I think I do that too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know how to maneuver around Facebook, and it's very hard. It's a new platform. I know I'm 87, born in 87, so I wasn't born, like, I was born in an era where there was no Facebook, there was no social media, there was nothing. So I get it. I absolutely get it. All these platforms are new. I like Facebook more because I got paid the most out of it. So I was like, all right, I'm not moving it. I'm on Instagram and all the other ones, but I mean, you'll find me more on Facebook because
I think it works better on a local basis too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like where we're local musicians and we're trying to like grow a local following. Like, you don't necessarily want to be seen by somebody in China. Like, nobody in China is coming to my show. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, it would be nice if they bought your song, but like also, you know, I think Facebook works on a local basis because of the groups and because just how it functions as a platform.
Well, getting into groups, I'm happy you mentioned that, because Facebook pays for views, pays for engagement, and for likes. And with groups that are like at 5.1 million, here's the secret. All right, when you go into the monetization apps, it tells you like this month everybody's got the same one. I've been looking at other people's phones, and because they need help, and I see post to 6 groups.
Yeah.
If you post to 6 groups, all right, cross-posting, you got to make sure you're in the bigger groups. And why do I say that? It's because Facebook pays for what? Views,
Yep.
likes,
Engagement.
and engagement. So, I'm in a bunch of Bible groups that like 2.1 million, 5.1 million, and if I cross-post to those, guess what happens? 100,000 people see my post.
Yeah.
And what happens is people start commenting. Domino effect. The algorithm takes a hold, and then you go viral. A lot of people don't know that Facebook will slow your visibility if you are not commenting back. And what I mean by commenting back, okay, you can comment back. Just make sure you're not being a robot, commenting the same thing over and over and over and over to people. Really engage with your people, with the people that are engaging with you. All these people are not saying the same thing on comments. Read the comments, engage, and make sure it's pure. Mm-hmm. Make sure it's funny. Make them laugh. Make them want to follow your page.
Somebody else said that longer comments also do something too. That I forget, but
the certain way that you write things. Mm-hmm. Yes. The certain way that you write things can benefit. I don't know too much about that because I haven't really went into that because I wanted to take a hold of the cross posting.
Yeah, something
about
the character count or something about.
Yeah, and you don't want to make it too long unless it's really, really funny.
Right.
Like I had a post the other day that I made about my car and it went viral because the snow plows actually plowed my car in a parking lot. And the snow, like, when they plow it and it's a big bank, they blocked my car in. I was parked at the end and they blocked. I was like, great. Look. I made this whole story about how I couldn't get out of my car and you guys ain't going to see me until springtime. And everybody was cracking up. I mean, they went wild. They were like, oh my God, how'd you get this? And you got the people that don't like what you wrote, and they're like, oh, well, if your car's not there, you should have moved it. And I was like, man, my complex where I live tells us that we can't. There's rules. Like I can't move my car onto the off-street parking. I have to park it in the inside. Where do you think the snow? When we get this much snow, where do you think the snow's going? It's going into the parking lot at the end. I blocked in. You know what I mean? So. You're gonna get people that are gonna engage weirdly, but just be real with them. Nothing I could do. There's rules where I live. If I don't follow the rules, I don't have a car.
Right.
So, yep. Go ahead.
Are you nice all the time?
I am nice all the time. I want to be nice. I don't want people to see that I'm not an asshole, but I don't want people to see or get get the wrong idea about me. Like, even if they're an asshole, I be kind. You know why? Because not only he's seeing it, but the 300 comments, people get bored all day. They scroll through the comments and they look through the comments and they'd be like, this guy's commenting back to every single one. Yeah. So you don't want someone to go to your page and be like, oh, this guy's talks about God, but he's in the comments talking about, do this and he's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so like stay your genuine self at all times. Don't let no one break your character, all right? Because that can defeat you. I guarantee it will defeat you in the long run. Even if it's not right now, it will in the end. Because that post can go viral and then you're going to get off of that one angry guy and your angry post back, you're going to get 300 people that unfollow you and,
you know. Yep. That
so,
makes sense.
Positivity is positivity.
Curious what your niche is that you do fundamentally. Is it music or because you're taking other things and also reposting them, but what's your fundamental?
Me, I'm music. I make music. I have songs with Dr. Dre's son, Nate Dogg's son, a bunch of legends. I'm always in the scene. So like my is just crazy. I'm all over the place right now, but right
But you
now
grew it
specifically,
from the
yeah,
music thing.
I know how to. So basically, I know where to guide my post. I might be all over the place, but I know where to post it. As far as like, your audience, know where your audience is at, and that's what the groups are for. Thanks for asking that question, because you got groups and there's a million groups out there, but not when you go into a group and you look at the group rules, they say post only about this in the group, don't go off you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what the group rules are for. So you find that's why I'm all over the place, but I'm also high up there because you got to know where your audience is.
It's kind of like if you're organized about it and calculated about it.
Exactly.
Like, you can have more than, like, you don't have to only post music content. And I think that people kind of stick themselves in a box with that too.
Exactly.
Like, I certainly do that because I'm an overthinker by a lot, and I tend to be like, oh, well, people don't care about my kids. I gotta keep it like about this, and I, like you say, it depends on where you are showing up.
Yep.
What you post about. So if you're on a music page, then you keep it about music, or if you're on a mom page, you can post about what's going on at home, and grow your audience to, like, somebody might pick up on you because, oh, I have 3 kids too, and she writes about chaos, and then, but I really liked her song that I heard because I followed her from this other thing. So I think that it kind of, it's reciprocal.
Yeah. Well, for you, I'd say I watch your page a lot, and I'd say find a lot of mom pages to post all that stuff, and you cross-post it. When you post it, you can post to like 9 groups at a time, I believe it is, and like try to find 9 mom groups when you do the mom posts, because you're gonna get all the moms together. They're gonna be like, oh, this is cute, this is adorable. Like right now, if you look at my page, there's something going on. There's a bunch of boxing stuff up there. I don't want to say what's coming up for me because it's pretty big.
Yeah, you want to do the big reveal.
Yeah, I don't want to do the big reveal here. It's the biggest, it's the biggest thing that I've ever got an opportunity for.
When we take it off the record, you can tell everyone.
It's Serena. It's really big. Yeah. So you're seeing a lot of boxing right now, but when I do the big reveal, people's jaws are gonna be like, "Oh, are you serious? How did he do that?" Opportunity, you know what I mean, comes, and you start feeding them little by little. You don't just spill all the guts out.
Yeah.
Because then you got to pick up all the guts and put them all together and show them the prize.
Right. Yeah.
I got a couple more questions. One is, how much time do you usually spend doing this? And the other one is, how do you do the cross-posting? I mean, you don't have, like, if you sit there and you have to go over to every group individually and post your stuff to each group, and you've got like 100 different groups.
They show up in a list, and you can do 9 at a time on one post.
On one post.
On one post. So
and there's little check boxes. So just say you're in like 300 different groups.
Right. So
then and you can actually bookmark them too, like, because I have some that I run for the music stuff, and then I have some that like Worcester music stuff. So you can bookmark them, favorite them. So
this is a video. For videos, you can do 3, and see how I don't know if you can see from there.
A little bit.
It goes location, share to groups, create playlist from your reel. I have some playlists there, so that when I do the skits and the funny skits and stuff, and then everybody can go from my one skit to the other ones. But in the videos, you do share groups. It allows you to post to 3. And this first one up top, it's guiding me to that one because it's got 1.6 million members. And it shows you, and the thing about Facebook too I like is that it shows you how many people are active in that group.
Yeah.
If there's 1 million people and there's 0 active in that group,
it died.
Not for you.
I wouldn't use that group. The thing about pictures is when you do a picture, I don't know whose studio this is, but I might need to check that out. When you do the pictures and you hit next, and it goes post audience. When you hit next, post audience. who can comment, schedule an option, share the story, and you could click that and it's on all the
share
time.
it to the groups too.
And then
the
share
little
it to
arrow button.
Facebook groups.
So that's different from hashtags.
Yes, yes.
Hashtags are like hyperlinks. Like you put, it's kind of like it collects everything. So just say you put hashtag Worcester, Massachusetts, and then somebody searches for Worcester, Massachusetts. Anything that comes up with the hashtag Worcester, Massachusetts is gonna show up on that list.
Yes.
Okay.
So under sharing to Facebook groups, it says posting and suggested groups may increase your earnings and visibility. I don't know if anybody ever reads the fine print of things, but my mom always told me to read the fine print.
Absolutely.
So you get 9 groups to post. My Facebook, I don't know who else's, but mine says these are the most active groups. It tells me right up at the top. It gives you like the.
Yeah.
These are the 3 most actives. One's World Star Hip Hop, one's is Ghetto Here, and one's Real Talk. Right under there is Worcester. I love Worcester. So I would go with 9 groups and be really clear on what you're posting, on where you're posting.
Yeah, and that's just the automatic too. So you make a post, you can automatically collect, check the box on 9 different groups, but then you can turn around and take that same post and share it 9 more times.
Yes.
And 9 more times. And 9 more times.
Yeah.
So
you want to make sure you don't share it too many times like that, because then it'll it'll stop you from sharing what are you in timeout or something?
Yeah.
They'll say he's a bot and they'll put you in timeout for like a day.
Right, you can overdo it, but
Yeah.
most of us casual users aren't gonna be, doing bot behavior anyway.
How much time do you spend doing all this stuff?
I work overnight, so you gotta make at least, like I said, there was a guy that does like 100 posts a week, and that guy makes fucking bank.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I've done my research too, and one of the hardest things, Serena, is to find a team, a dedicated team. Because if you build a team for monetization, you're pretty much building an empire. You're building an empire. You're building a business. That one of the most famous guys on Facebook got a payout, right? And he was like, "All right, I'm gonna put together a team." Now he's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
because
you're making money.
Deals, they're getting, clothing.
Well, not only that, you make $51,000 a month. Now you can pay this person, and they pay this person.
Yeah.
And then they share into the groups, just like I'm telling you guys how to do it.
Yeah.
They tell them how to do it, and say when I give you into this group chat, this right here, everybody share it into the groups.
Yeah.
You know what that happens? It just multiplied. You have 10 people on your team, right? Or 5 people on your team. They just multiplied it by 5.
Yeah.
So if you were reaching 100,000, you just multiplied that by 5.
Yeah.
Now you're viral, for sure. You're viral. There's no way you can't be viral.
Mm-hmm.
It is as easy as that.
All right. Well, thank you.
I gave all my secrets away.
I think people probably want you to show them